let's do this first. Grab your ukulele right here with this hand. So it's your right hand, and you're going to grab it right here. Your right hand, grab it right here. Okay, now I want you to go straight out with it, with your arms straight out, and then bring it back in. And when you bring it back in, that's pretty much where you're going to hold it, okay? It should cover about half of your chest. And now you can play the ukulele down like on your leg, but the problem with doing it like that is that you'll always have to be sitting when you play. And since I teach for kids living in, for people who want to teach children living in refugee camps and such, and we have to be standing. So I always teach how to play when you're standing. And what I really like about that is that it makes it free. Like you can play sitting or standing if you can learn to play standing. Does that make sense? So I'm going to teach you to hold the ukulele in a way that you can hold it if you're standing or sitting. Okay. So let's do this again. You're going to grab your ukulele right here like this. And Trisha, see if you can angle down a little bit more so I can see your ukulele. So you want to Lisa, you have 2 arms. That's great. Okay, so hold your ukulele like this, okay, with your hand going right here, hand here, okay? Now, go out, straight out like that, and then bring it back in. And that is where you want to be holding your ukulele. So it's about halfway over your body. Now, the reason, there's a lot of reasons for that, but when you strum when you play the guitar, you want to strum right here over the sound hole. But when you play the ukulele, you want to strum up here, higher than that. And that's why we hold the ukulele like this. Okay, so we're strumming here, not down here. All right, so all of that so that we can tune, which we're going to do first, and then we're going to talk about strumming and everything else. Okay, so I want you to use your thumb, and I want you to play that top string, the one that's closest to you. So I'm going to play mine, and then I'll ask you to play it for me one at a time. So everybody unmute just for right now. Okay, everybody go ahead and unmute. Okay, so I'm going to play this string. Now, Diana, play this string for me. Okay, so Diana, can you angle so that I can see? Okay, now, so what you need to do now, so this is the body of your ukulele, okay? Mm-hmm. This is the neck. And these up here are the tuning pegs. And you have one tuning peg that goes with every string. So this first tuning peg is going to go with this string. So when you played that note for me, play it again. So it should, can you hear how it's a lot lower than this? Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is take that first tuning peg and you want to tighten it. So your sound should go up like this. Should go like that. Keep going up. Keep tightening. You want to go way up. You're on a totally wrong note. So do it a lot. Usually you're not going to turn it a lot, but right now you are. I think yeah, you're loosening it. Now turn it the other way. There you go. Now keep going. Keep going. A lot more. Keep going. You're almost there. Almost. A little bit more. More. Like a half a turn, a whole turn. Do a whole turn. Another whole turn. There you go. Now play it for me. Okay, you're a little bit high now. So now go back the other way just a little bit. Go back the other way. Go back. Play it. Okay, good, good. Now, on your tuner, what does your tuner look like when you play that? What does it say?
G.
G. That's the name of the string, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'll give you this in just a minute, so you don't have to write it down right now.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's play the second string. And everybody else, actually, let's have everyone do this together. It'll save us a little bit of time. So Karen, let's have you play this string for me. Okay, you're not quite as flat, but a little bit. So tighten yours a bit. And Eric?
Clockwise counter.
You're gonna go counterclockwise. Eric?
Yeah.
You're a
Mine
little flat too.
Mine has a low G.
Okay, great. Lisa? Lisa, let me hear that. You're pretty close. Yep, that sounds good. That's close. Okay, now do you have your tuner turned on that's on your ukulele? Now,
Yeah.
this is generally the way that tuners work. If you have this kind that attaches to your ukulele that I told you about in the email, these are the greatest because they're based on vibrations, okay? So now I want you to look at my tuner when I play. Now, do you see how that G shows up there and it's got the blue on both sides? That means that it's right in tune. It's got the G on both sides. Now I'm going to go to my next string. My C is almost in tune. You see what I'm talking about? So do your next string and it's going to be C. So you want try doing your next string and it should say C. Okay? Now it should say C and it should be in the middle of the lines. You're gonna have to do it a lot at first. Okay, I think you're going the wrong way, Dinah. There you go. That's the right way. Yeah.
How come mine says B?
Yours is because it's not playing the right note. So you need to tighten it more. This is what it should sound like. Good, that sounds great. Lisa, how are you doing? Are you in tune on all of them? And Trisha, how are you on tuning? You figured out how to do that, right?
I think that, well, it's kind of in and then out sometimes.
Now, at first, when a ukulele's new, it's going to go out of tune a lot. That's just totally normal. Your strings have to get kind of used to being on there. And the more that you play your ukulele, the more it will stay in tune. All right? So that's the whole key to getting, but you're going to have to tune it. Probably if you practice for 20 minutes a day, which is what I recommend, you'll tune it twice each time at first, and then you'll just tune it once, and then you'll get to where you don't have to tune it for days unless the weather changes. Okay? All right, so let's go to that third string. Oh, and it should be E. E is the note you're looking for here. Go ahead and take that up a lot, Diana. Bring that a lot. There you go. Karen, how are you doing?
Is this supposed to be D or E?
This one should be E. And then this last one should be A. Okay, now while they're doing that, I want you guys to write this down, okay? And as soon as they get it, but get that tuned before you do this. Get it tuned before you do anything else, okay? Okay, we're gonna draw this, and then 2 lines down, and then 3 lines across. All right. And then you're going to write this above it. Oh, and make sure that you write this over this line, this over that line, this over this line, and that over that line. Both. Great. Yeah, perfect. Karen, bring your ukulele when you come Wednesday, and I'm going to teach you how to tune, and then you can teach Diana, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And Trisha, you already know how, and Lisa, you already know, and Eric, you already know how, and
Yep.
Annalisa, you kind of know how now, right? Kinda. When you get a ukulele. Yeah. And then what I want you guys to do is just tune before the class, and then that'll save us some time. And we'll tweak your tuning, so don't feel like it has to be perfect before class. It'll just save some time. So this class so far has not gone anything like how I planned it to go. So let's go to the actual schedule of how the class is supposed to go, which is that we introduce ourselves. I thought we'd do tuning and get it out of the way, and then I took too long. So what we're going to do is my name's Liz Shropshire. I run the Shropshire Music Foundation. And next week, I'll tell you a little bit more about what we do. But what I'd like you to do is each of you tell us who you are, where you live, and what you do as a job, and why you want to do this class. Okay, so Annalisa, we'll start with you.
Oh, because I'm letter A. My name is Annalisa. I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I want to learn how to play the ukulele for relaxation. I love to sing, but the song doesn't love me.
And what's your job?
I'm a nurse.
Awesome. Okay, excellent. Okay, Diana.
So I'm Diana. I live in Peoria, Arizona, and I'm a nurse for hospice. And I wanted to learn the ukulele for distraction, something new, something different.
Yeah. Do you know that the ukulele is like the #1 thing right now during COVID? They've sold out all over the country. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really a great coping tool. Okay, Karen. Oh, yeah, you told us everything. Karen, sorry.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm from Arizona. I actually work with Diana. We work for hospice. And I wanted to take it because I had the opportunity to see Liz doing a Zoom class, and I was just totally intrigued, and I needed something new and different in my life.
Awesome. And she's a great, great, great nurse and help to my mom. Eric.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric. I live in San Francisco. I work as a registered nurse at the trauma ICU.
Ooh.
And I've been kind of playing ukulele for a couple years at the community center, taking a weekly class. But there's been no classes now, so I'm happy to pick this up and always learn from other people.
Oh, good. And I hope we're not too basic as we start out. One of the big things that I really believe in is that you learn the basics really strong. And that way then you can go off and do your own thing. So I'm going to be really strong in teaching you the basics. So I hope if you feel like we're moving too slowly, you just send me a message and tell me, okay? All right, Lisa.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm an OBGYN here in Fresno, California. And I decided to take this as just a moment to de-stress, something a little different than what I usually do.
Excellent. And Trisha.
Hi, I'm Trisha. I'm a physician in Charlotte. I'm a pathologist, so I do a lot of laboratory medicine. And I actually wanted to learn to play the ukulele before I saw this and tried to start to learn. My daughter had one from a while ago that she was using. And so then I tried to learn from the internet, but I saw this opportunity. I thought it was a great idea to learn to play a little better.
Awesome. Well, I just want to tell you how excited I am to be teaching this class. I am really excited. And I hope that that you guys will get as much out of this. The class will go 10 weeks, but if you want to keep going after that, the class will go longer. It's just that if you only want to do 10 weeks, you can quit without feeling like you're, quitting early or anything like that. Well, I'm not going to tell you about myself. I'll tell you about myself next week. So I'm just really happy you're here, and I'm really grateful to all of you, and my foundation is really grateful to all of you. And I know that you've just had such a stressful few months, so we're just so glad we can do this. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the parts of the ukulele, which we talked about a little bit ago. Again, this is the body. This is the sound hole. And unlike guitar, which you play right over the sound hole to get the best sound, listen to the difference here. That's if I strum over the sound hole. Do you hear how much better it sounds? I don't know if you can hear through my computer audio. It sounds much better if you strum up on the neck. When we do finger picking, we'll do it back here, but our strums we want to do up here on the neck. So this is the neck, this piece right here, and then this is the head, bridge, and the tuning pegs. These are our strings. Now, and just stop at me if you ever want to ask a question, okay? Oh, let's have everybody mute because it'll make it everyone can hear better if it's muted, sorry. When I'm teaching in my countries, the kids, once they get the instruments, they can't stop playing. So it's been really fun to teach online where everybody's muted when I'm talking. Okay, so let's look at this board again. Now, this board is your ukulele from this point of view, okay? So this right here is this string right here, which is your top string, okay? So G is this string. The next string is C, the next string is E, and then the bottom string is A. So do you see how it lines up exactly like your ukulele? Now these lines across here are called fret bars. And if you look at your ukulele, you'll see that you have these lines, these things up, those are fret bars. Does everybody see those? Okay. Now in between the bars are the frets. So this is a fret, and then we have a fret bar, and then this is a fret, and we have a fret bar, fret, fret bar. So we'll call them like this: first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and the bars separate and they're raised, which makes it easy to tell exactly where you are without having to necessarily look. All right, any questions about any of that? There's no test on that, so don't worry about being able to remember what parts are what parts. And I'll keep reviewing with you about holding the uke, because holding the uke makes a really big difference in how you can play. If you don't hold it right, sometimes when you're changing chords, you're going to actually have to go like this and kind of readjust it. So you really want to get a good position, and it takes a little while to figure out what your good position is. Everyone's a little bit different, but basically you want about this area in your arm. That's my lower arm. to be right there, okay? Really pushing in and then going across the strings like this, okay? That's really how you want to do it. And now, do you see how I've got the ukulele, I've got both my elbows out and the ukulele is straight across? That's like a perfect position. I don't usually play exactly this way. You can lower it just a little bit. You can do kind of like this, but you just don't want to put it down and let it rest on your leg. Just don't do that because that's going to limit you and mean that you can only play sitting down. All right. So I want everyone to kind of have it up just a little bit more. Lisa, let's have you have it up a little bit more. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. 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 Okay. Now, when we strum the ukulele, we're going to learn a whole bunch of different strums and the different strum patterns that make it sound really cool. But the first thing that we're going to do is just do one strum. Now, a strum is when you're going to play all 4 strings one right after the other like this. Okay? Now, you can do it with just this finger, and that's what we're going to learn right now. Later, we're going to do it with our whole hand. But right now, you're just going to use your index finger. Okay, so hold up your index finger before you even play. Okay, now you see how you have the nail, right? So hold it so your nail is facing out. Nail's facing out, and just go down like that. No, just go down like that, like right in front of you. Okay, that's how you're going to strum down, except it'll be this way. So you're going to strum down with your thumb going against the strings like that. So everybody do that. Thumb going to get down, so it's like this. Okay, got that? With your fingernail. Your fingernail goes across the strings. Okay, and you want to, yeah, you want to do it fast so it sounds like all the strings are hitting at once, even though they're really not. Got that? Let me hear everybody do that. Okay, Diana, do that for me. Oh, Eric, would you mute? Thanks. So, and Trisha, would you mute? And just Diana's going to be unmuted right now. Okay, so there you go, Diana. Okay, now what you're doing is you're doing your finger. There's my finger.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. I want it all your nail. Your nail. There you go. And it sounds like your ukulele went out of tune since we tuned it. Yeah, but we're not going to worry about it. Okay. All right. Actually, why don't you tune it while I work with Karen and the others, okay? So go ahead and mute yourself and try tuning that. Okay, Karen, let's hear you do it. Great, and it should be a little bit bent. So you're kind of going like this. But you're not going out, you're just going down.
Okay.
Great, great. Eric? Great. Lisa? Lisa? Hey, Lisa, you're doing it sideways too. You don't want to have your finger sideways. You want to have it like this so that you're getting your full nail doing that. There you go. Very good, very good. And I want you to stick that in that arm like that. So your arm here is really what's holding that up down there so that you don't have to kind of figure out do you understand what I mean? Yes, great. Okay, Trisha.
All right.
Let's see. Trisha, for next week, maybe you can do it on a computer or something because I can't do it all.
Yeah, can you, I can see, is it better now?
No, you're completely stopped.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I tried to fix it, but I'll try to do it on the computer next week.
Okay. Okay, great. But it sounds good. It sounds fine.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see you. Come up close now and do it again. Come
Okay.
up close and do it. Now you're, yeah, it's not show, it's just taking a picture every once in a while.
Sorry.
That's totally
We're
okay.
not at our house today, so sorry. I was on limited ability to Wi-Fi and stuff.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So, okay. So now we're going to go down like that, and then we're going to go up with the inside of our finger. So it's going to go down with the fingernail, up with the inside of the finger. So down, up, down, up, down, up. And your up is this kind of a motion. Up, up. So you go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Do the up, don't do the up too slowly. You want to make sure that it still sounds like all the strings are getting hit at the same time. So down, up, down, up. Okay, Diana, let's hear you. I don't know what's going on with the tuning of your uke. Okay, and you wrote this down, right? This should be the names of each of your strings from top
Yes.
to bottom. Okay, great. All right. If you want to send your uke with Karen on Wednesday, you can. I'll tune it for you.
Thank you.
But I'll teach Karen how to do it better, and then she could teach you too. Okay,
Okay.
Karen, play for me. Okay, Karen, I want you to go faster. Really go down. Good, good. Yeah, very good. Okay, Eric, I know you can do this, so we'll just skip you on this part, or do you want to play it for me? Yeah. Lisa? Perfect. Great. Okay, and Trisha, you want to just play it and I won't worry about seeing you?
Let's try it. Okay.
Okay. And Trisha, do you
Yeah.
have a way to work on tuning too? Do you have a tuner?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So work on your tuning a little bit this week.
Yeah, it keeps getting out of tune every minute, it seems like. As you said,
Yeah.
it's new. So,
And is that one of ours?
yes.
Okay. Now let me tell you about those ukuleles that we have. These are great ukuleles. They're what we use in the refugee camps and everywhere else. They're plastic. And they're super sturdy. They're not a regular plastic. They're designed by an Italian string maker. And these are absolutely fantastic ukes. And once you get it broken in where you've been playing it a lot, it'll almost never go out of tune.
Oh, good. Okay.
Great little ukes, okay? And
Awesome.
and I love these. This is what you're going to be getting, Annalisa, okay? All right. So so now let's all do this together. So we're going to do this. We're going to go strum, 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 hit, strum, 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 hit, strum, 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 hit, strum, 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 hit. All right, now that's a strum pattern, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn our first chord, and it's the C chord. So now I want you to draw another one of these without this across the top. So it should look like that. Then I want you to write a real big C on the top of it. So that's what it should look like. Yep, great, great, great. Okay, everybody got that? All right, now, in the ukulele, do any of you play piano? Okay, when we play piano, we number our fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting with our big finger. But when we play ukulele, we're not going to use our big finger. So we're going to number our fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want everyone to hold up their left hand. Everyone hold up your left hand. Okay, you're going to wiggle finger number 1. Wiggle 2. Wiggle 3. Wiggle 4. I know this is silly, but it really helps. Wiggle 3 for me. That's 3. Okay, great. So now you're going to take that third finger and you're going to put it in the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret on this string. So it's going to be like that. 3rd finger on this string right there in the 3rd fret. Does everybody see that? Now make sure that you're doing it with this finger. 1, 2, 3. The 3rd finger, your ring finger, should be right here on that string. Okay. Let's see, Diana. Let me see, which one's your 3rd finger? Okay, now this is your bottom string, bottom string. So the bottom string right here in the 3rd fret. Okay, Karen, I can't see your ukulele. Yeah, good. Okay, now it should be the bottom string, Diana, the bottom string. There you go, right there. Okay, now that is the C chord and it sounds like this. Okay, so everybody play that for me now. Play this C chord. Just play it for a few minutes. Just listen to yourself, just play it. It's a great chord. You're going to use it all the time playing the ukulele. All right. So now let's hear, Diana, let's hear you play that. So unmute yourself and then play that for me. And while she's playing, everybody else can practice if you want. Okay, great. I'm a little worried about your uke, Diana. Send it with Karen for sure on Wednesday. Let me check it out and make sure there's not something wrong with it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Karen, but you have your finger in exactly the right place. You're doing good. Perfect. Great. Eric? Great. I love that low G. I love that sound.
I know I'm fond of low G too.
You have a what?
Oh no, I'm fond of the low G also.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, Lisa? Great. And Trisha?
I think my tuning's still a little off.
Yeah, but it's closer though. Pretty good. Okay, awesome. So now we're going to do that strum pattern with it. So we're going to do this. We're going to go down, 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 hit. 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 Okay, everybody got that? Okay, now we're going to learn another chord. So draw this chart again. And this chord is the F chord, so write a big F above that. Sorry, sometimes I just have a little mental break and I want to just make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so write this down. I can't really see it. Anna, you look like grass. I think you have a background on or something. I can't, it looks, every time you hold up the paper, it looks like grass, or maybe it's showing through your window. It's really weird. Every time you hold up your paper, it looks like grass. I don't know what that is. Okay, everybody has that written? Now, what this means, let's look at it. Let's look at it from here. So it means you're going to put your first finger, is going to go here. Oh. Your first finger is going to go right here. Okay? So it's going to go first fret. You see how it's in the first fret? First fret, second string from the bottom. Okay? Second string from the bottom is your first finger. And then your second finger is going to be in the second fret on the top string, right there. Great. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's the F chord. Now, let's try just playing that. It should sound like this. Okay, so Diana, let's hear you play that. Let me bring your fingers a little better. Bring your fingers over just a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, good. Good, good. Yeah. Okay, Karen?
Darn it.
Move so I can see your fingers a little bit. There you go.
Something doesn't sound right.
There you go. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Eric? Great. Lisa? Let me see your fingers. Come up just a bit closer. Great. Yep, perfect. Okay. Yep, very good. And Trisha?
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
I think I have my fingers right. It might be my tuning.
No, actually, you sound okay. Now, so go ahead.
Okay.
What's that? What'd you say, Trisha?
That was all I said.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
No, I didn't
okay. What's going on? Okay, can everybody hear me okay?
Might have been a delay. Sorry. I can hear you.
Okay, everyone can hear me. All right, now, when you play the ukulele, this is really, really important. Whenever you play any of these chords up here, you don't want to touch the bar. You want to make sure that your fingers are in between, but not touching the bar. If you touch the bar, you're going to get this buzzing. Do you hear that buzzing? Or you'll get this kind of dead sound. All right, so what I want you to do when you practice the chords is I want you to do two different things. The first one I want you to do is you finger the chord. So let's do the F chord. Well, let's start with the C chord, okay? So remember the C chord, fourth finger, or third finger, sorry, on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. What I want you to do is this. You're going to play each string individually and hear how it sounds, like this. Now, if it sounds like this, do you hear that buzz? That's because, look, I have my finger actually on the fret bar. So you want to make sure that your finger is not on the fret bar, but between the fret bar. All right? Now, the other thing that you want to do, and this is super, super important when playing the ukulele, is you want to make sure that you are not playing with what they call lazy fingers. This is lazy fingers, okay? Do you see how my fingers are kind of bent, but not really? When you play ukulele, they have to be bent. Both of your knuckles have to be bent. So this finger right here, it's got to be bent in both places. If I'm just like that, that's lazy fingers. And what that means is it's not going to work. For the C chord, it'll be fine. But for the harder chords, it won't sound good. So let's go to the F chord and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So remember the F chord. Let's play the F chord. Okay, now the F chord, if I'm playing it with my fingers bent, do you see how my fingers are bent here? Then it's great. I get a great sound. But if my fingers are not bent, look what happens. Can you see what's happening there? Can you see how this finger is not only playing that string, but it's touching the string next to it? And what that's going to do is it's going to give me a dead sound. So instead of sounding like this, I'm going to sound like this. Do you hear that? It just silences that string. Sometimes it'll give you a dead sound or a wood sound. So you've got to make sure that you bend, okay? It needs to be like a real claw when you're playing the ukulele. Now, if you have arthritis, I have some arthritis, it's getting bad on me, and I'm gonna have to adapt my hand, as you know, but right now I can still do that. So if you have arthritis and it's kind of hard, just adapt. But as much as you can, try, okay? And you guys would know whether this is true or not. My doctor just told me to play more ukuleles. So I don't know. I don't know if it's really a cure for arthritis to keep it from getting worse. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is play that F chord. And now you're gonna do this with your F chord. And you wanna really listen. It should sound like a harp with each of your strings ringing out. Do you hear how they each ring? Okay, so Diana, let's have you play it for me first.
It sounds really bad because of the tuning, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah, something's going on with you. This string on your uke is way, way, way flat. You have to tighten that one up.
okay.
But also I can tell that this string right here with your first finger is not quite down all the way.
Oh.
And F chord is an easy chord except for that one thing right there that's real hard to get a good sound on. Practice that just by itself and then add the rest. Okay?
Okay.
This one right here is hard. Okay, Karen, let's have you play for me. Oops. And that means your other finger's touching it. I'm losing you. Let's see, let me mute myself and see if it does better. That was fantastic. When you hear that, that means that instead of being like this, you've gone like that and you're touching it. Okay, so as soon as you hear that, just stop yourself, look at your fingers, and what you want to do whenever you hear that is think of it like this. Everybody look at me for a minute. When you hear that sound, think of it like you're rolling your fingers towards you and that's going to bring it up. Do you see what I mean? See how my finger's like that? I roll my finger towards me and it lifts right off that string. Okay? Okay. All right, Eric, I know you can do this. Lisa, let's have you do this. Okay, so you're having that same problem with that same string. And the reason that this is so hard, look how close this is up here to this bridge. You see how close that is? And you see it kind of goes down on the string. So this one's it's just hard. It's hard to get that sound. So what I do when I'm not getting a good sound is I practice just playing it by itself, then add the other finger. Or not now, but when I was learning it. Just practice it by itself, get that really good, and then add the other finger. Okay? So keep working on that. Great. Trisha?
Okay.
Great. Great. Yeah, so you're having the same problem. So remember, if you hear a dead sound or a buzz, bring your hand up towards you, okay? And really, you've got to make sure that you use this claw kind of hand, okay? Just make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's hard. My middle finger has trouble doing the claw, but I'll have to work on it.
Yeah, and there's some really good stretches you can do, which brings me to my next thing. There's a whole set of ukulele stretches that you can do, and I know you all have tons of free time, so you'll be able to do all of these things. I'm just making a joke here. What I would like to do is set up either a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group with everyone in this class, and that way what I'll do is each week I'll post the homework and I'll post a video of the class, and that way if you want to go back over the class and watch it again, get anything again, or if you have to miss, the class is there for you. So which would you prefer? Either one is totally fine for me. I don't know if you guys are on Facebook or if you have WhatsApp, but either of those. Also, today I ended up having to take my mom to the doctor, and it went a couple hours over, and I was real nervous about making it back in time. So that way I can also contact you if something happens on my end. So what works for you guys? Why don't we just do it like this? Who is on Facebook and could do a Facebook group? Raise your hand. Okay, how about WhatsApp? We got 2 people that are not on Facebook. WhatsApp, you're not on either, Eric?
No, but I can get it.
Okay, so would you rather do WhatsApp or would you rather do Facebook? Looks like most people already have Facebook. People that don't have it, would you mind doing it, or would you rather do WhatsApp? With WhatsApp, you'll get the notice right away, like a phone call, like a phone message. With Facebook, it'll be a messenger group. So it'll just be a thing where you get a notification, but you have to check Facebook. So which do you prefer? Should we just do WhatsApp? I can't tell. You go ahead and unmute yourselves and tell me what you prefer. There are advantages to both, so either one is totally fine with me.
I'm happy to do WhatsApp.
Why don't we do WhatsApp? Okay, so this is what I need you to do. Is I need everybody to get a WhatsApp account. Can you do it tonight and then send me an email with your WhatsApp number? And then tonight I'll send a message out to the group, the first message. Okay? And the nice thing about this too is you can communicate with each other if you have any questions or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to do WhatsApp.
All right.
Great. Okay, that's fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll post the homework. Now you should practice about 20 minutes a day to start. The goal is that you start really having fun and want to play more. Eric, this is going to be slow for you at first, but hopefully it's okay. Pretty good. The goal is to get calluses on your fingers. It'll hurt at first when you're first playing, and you just have to keep going even though it hurts. Okay, don't stop when it hurts. What's that?
I said, you just answered my question I was going to ask you.
Yeah, so it's gonna hurt for a little bit, and the more that you practice, the quicker it'll stop hurting. But it's gonna hurt, and if you stop when it starts hurting, you'll never get the calluses. Okay, so you just keep going. You'll get those calluses, and then you'll be able to play, not even worrying about it. You can go to ukulele festivals all over the world and play for hours with those guys if you want. Okay, so 20 minutes a day. If it really hurts and you're having trouble, maybe take a break and come back. You could do 10 minutes twice a day, but you have to do it every day because you're building up the calluses. You can't just wait and practice for 3 hours on the day before the lesson. Okay, you're also building up the motor skill. All right, any questions? Okay, I think this is going to be super fun, and you can contact me anytime by email or we have the WhatsApp. You can contact me by WhatsApp. Just post a question to the group or something. Okay.
Liz,
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
I searched in the internet that there's a different kind of ukulele. There's baritone. There is what's the other one? Which is the common one though?
The one that you're going to be getting is a soprano, and then there's a concert, a baritone, and a bass. So Diana and Karen both have the concert. Lisa, I think you have a concert also, right? The one Trisha's playing is a soprano. Eric, is yours a concert or a tenor?
It's a concert.
Okay, and so let me show you the difference in size, and I can talk more about this next time. So this is the soprano, and this is a concert. You see how much bigger this is? And then the tenor is even bigger than this one, and then the bass is even bigger than that one. So the soprano is so great because it's little, you can take it everywhere. I prefer the concert. I never had a concert until this summer, and now I've played one, and I just am in love with it. But I started on the soprano. I love the soprano. Soprano's the one that you're going to see the most, when you watch somebody playing ukulele. All right, now, so I have to go now because I have another class starting at 7. From next week on, we'll go straight up until 7, and I'll start their class 5 minutes late. All right, so please let me know if you have any questions. Anna, I will get to you tonight about what's going on with your Uke and Customs. Okay, I'll send you an email. All right, guys. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you next week.